all can see how much Semaj was loved, how much Semaj was cherished. He was a leader that I never thought he could be. I have heard numerous stories how he led his football teams, his basketball teams. I am nothing but proud of this young man.
Watch as 15-year-old receiver, two tacklers hit him, one from the front, another from the back. Died the next day,
recovering from cardiac arrest.
His friends remember a life gone too soon.
He loved it at the end. At first, he was like very timid and he was like, "Mama, nobody don't like me here," and da-da-da-da-da. But I told him, do you, and I promise you, everybody will start loving you. And that what happened. He started his first sentences when he was 19 months, saying full sentences, yes. He was a very smart guy. Even at Head Start, the teacher used to call me and tell me, "Miss Adams, Semaj needs to stop trying to teach my class." I said, "We're sorry." His grandmother homeschooled him until he was like 5 years old. So we had to put him into a public setting so he can learn how to get along with other kids. But he was just the brightest, big-eyed, handsome young man he was.
He was a happy child. If you knew his smile, you would just be like, it lights up for him. Semaj was like my nephew. When I met him, he was like 3 years old. I met him in Regina in 2013, so he took to me like when I first met him. Whenever I would go over Regina's mom's house, he would always like run up to me and I would have to hold him and we'll just sit there and watch games or whatever I was watching on television. He was very competitive, especially with sports.
So how did he get into football?
His step-grandfather. He was big on sports. And he started off playing t-ball. And then he was like, "Mama, no, I want to play flag football." So he ended up playing flag. And then he was like, "No, I want to hit somebody." So we got him in tackle. And that was it. And he was, 7 years old when he started with sports. He loved sports, any type, really. He wanted to play soccer at one time. One time he wanted to do track. And I'm like, "Baby, you're going to have mama busy forever." He felt like he could be a leader more with football. He felt that he can show, his teammates how to be a team.
Fire! Ready to go! Come on, Hope. Come on, dog.
First meeting I had Semaj was basketball tryouts into his 7th grade year. So when he was still a 6th grader, he came over for basketball tryouts. Then he came over for spring football that same year. Very headstrong from day one. Had a lot of confidence Definitely did not lack in that situation or that point. For a young 6th grade kid, I mean, he'd tell you from day one, I'm going to be a professional, I'm going to make this team. You know, he was really, really sure of himself. I'm a little old school. I set a parameter. I expect that to be followed. Semaj was a kid who liked to push as close as he could to the line and enjoyed being that close to the line to see if he could get away with as much as he could. And it didn't take us long. We had a kind of a go back and forth where honestly, we'd get into it and I'd kick him out of practice. The next day, he'd come back. But he never not gave you everything he had. He's always the kid we would joke that every shot he would take just in a practice, just in a warm-up, anything he'd do on a football field, you'd see him turn and look to make sure you were watching. He wanted you to see him. He wanted the attention from you. At some points, I think he craved that attention. What a lot of kids we deal with is, you know, they are painted this picture on TV, and it's a prime example of all high school situations now and around here of athletics can change your family's life. And sports for a lot of kids is that way. And, you know, he would boldly say, I'm going to get my mom a big house. I'm going to get my mom a car.
I was a single mother after me and my husband separated. I worked 2 jobs to make ends meet. Rent, car payments, bills that I had, you know, accumulated when my husband and I was together. And it was to a point that, yeah, I got where I used to get behind in my bills. I got where some days I had to figure out, okay, how I'm gonna cook, what I'm gonna cook. You know, I had so many loans, I had to borrow money to try to make ends meet. But I did what I could do for him. No matter how my health was, I wasn't worried about mine. I made sure he was okay. I had friends to help me, you know, some family to help me. And, you know, he wanted to play travel ball. I did what I could do to get the money up. And so it was just, you know, I couldn't always get him the latest new things, but when I did, he was good. You know, I will go without my medicine and all of this to make sure he had shoes on his feet, clothes on his back, and a roof over his head, and food on the table.
And that was one of his big motivations. And that's why, you know, he pushed the line, but I put him back across, and he was very emotional because he knew without that, you know, in his life, he knew what he was leaning towards and what, you know, it could go with.
I felt that he needed another male role model. Like they say, it takes a village to raise a child, and Semaj did have a village. He used to come over my house when he got out of school. It was just before he got to high school. He would walk to the house, and I would come home, and sometimes he would be asleep or in a game. And the first thing I say, hey, Semaj, you did your homework? Uncle, I'm gonna get to it. I got it. Semaj, did you do your homework? Uncle, I got it. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut this game off. We're gonna come downstairs. We're gonna do your homework, and then you can play your game. I told him do what you have to do first, and then have your fun later. That was my lesson to him all the time.
I was at work. I ignored the call the first time. Then I got a text message, Mr. Barkley, the principal at New Brockton High School. So he gave me a call and told me I needed to get to the football field quick. Myself and my coworker, we went to the football field, and when I got there, they would not let me on the field. They was administering CPR, and they was trying to get him where they could airlift him to a hospital. He ended up going to Enterprise. When they brought him in, they had ice packs on him, and they had this machine that was continuously pumping his chest. They had his hands like this on the machine, and they were just continuously pumping him. The sheriff came and got me, and he said, talk to him. And the only thing I said, well, baby, wake up. Mama right here. She loves you. She needs you. I need you to get up. They took him in the room and continuously kept working on him, try to revive him, get him, stable. He told me my son was gone. I told him, no, you can't tell me that my son is gone. What happened? They called me in the room, the doctor, the ER doctor, and he told me that he said, I feel like it was a rare disease that we didn't know about.
Well, my name is Giancarlo Giove. As a heart failure specialist, my main focus is to treat patients with underlying heart disease. Although sudden cardiac death in young athletes is a rare condition, usually it's caused by a structural abnormality of the heart. According to Semaj's autopsy, he was born with a heart condition where the ventricles of the heart were thickening. On top of that, it was also found that one of the vessels that feed the heart had an anomaly morphology, which also, both of those situations makes young athletes prone to sudden cardiac death. No?
I don't have any heart issues. My brother had heart issues, my dad, but he never complained about his chest hurting. He never complained about nothing.
A lot of patients are born with a genetic condition and they don't necessarily present the abnormalities when they are born, but they develop, they change it throughout life. No? Sadly, a lot of the time, the initial symptoms is the day they develop the sudden cardiac death. In regards to following these patients, there is no consistent screening on young kids who are planning on practicing professional sports. Well, the most common screening mechanism that they are doing nowadays is doing an electrocardiogram. That they measure the electricity of the heart, and with that screening testing, you are able to see if there is any abnormality in the conduction. And depending on what you find on this test, it will be advisable to do further testing, which could include an echocardiogram or a cardiac MRI, to try to understand better if there's any underlying heart condition. Nearly passing out, They start finding palpitations or fast heartbeats.
You all can see how much Semaj was loved, how much Semaj was cherished. He was a leader that I never thought he could be. I have heard numerous stories how he led his football teams, his basketball teams. I am nothing but proud of this young man.
Tonight, a vigil at New Brockton High School honored the life and legacy of Semaj Wilkins. Just 14 years old, Wilkins died after suffering from a medical emergency during football practice. Now, the community is coming together in their grief. In a sea of people, you can see the Wilkins family sit together at the vigil, wearing shirts that honored their loved one.
My mama make you proud. I want to be a famous football player.
His mother spoke on the legacy she wanted her son to leave on everyone who had the chance to know him. Love, passion, and joy. She shared his drive for football, for his teammates, for his mission to be a light in the lives around him. As tears fell on both sides of a table, remembering a life lost too soon, emotions were heavy. In a town of almost 1,500 people, Wilkins' tragic death is felt in every home in New Brockton. They are remembering the life of their friend, son, student, and teammate. His jersey number is now retired, etching 27 into New Brockton history forever.
Basketball, I can't look at it the same. Interacting with other kids, I can't be the same. I know it sounds selfish, but it's nothing like your own. So without him, nothing is the same. Putting on clothes every day is not the same. Because I used to go downstairs. We stayed in the townhouse. I used to go downstairs. Baby, this look okay, yo, mama? Yeah, mama, where you think you going? You know? So, just to say, nothing will be the same. I'm sorry, but nothing.
So Miss Regina, Semaj's mother, actually asked me to speak. Don't think I've ever had to do that before at a funeral. You always want to make sure that you're doing justice by honoring their lives and Semaj's life. And I think that some of the things I'm sharing with you today are some of the things I shared with at his funeral. So we always talk about trying to be a champion and whatever it is you're trying to do. And champions don't always equate to championships. But Semaj was a champion in a way that for his sister. So he had a sister here. And so sometimes when he felt the need, he needed to kind of step in and kind of act as kind of a mentor for her. He took that on. It wasn't just that little sister was here in the building, but he was also a champion for her as well. And always tried to help her out in whatever way she needed. Obviously, at this funeral, he had a lot of peers there. a lot of friends, a lot of family. It kind of allows us to really consider where we are in eternity. But yes, definitely a celebration of life. Homegoing for him, something that he and I both shared, and kind of our faith and talking about that was really good to see that there is hope for him and his family.
It was real when I seen him go down, because I knew he wasn't coming back up. And it was real when I seen him laying in the casket. I just stood there looking at him. And I told him, I said, you'll be proud of mommy. I dressed him good. Had his hair done like he wanted it, and made sure, the barber kept his line on there like he liked it. So
about a week or so after we kind of found this out, my mother had a coworker who told her that her daughter goes to New Brockton, and they had hired, the coaches had brought in a campus minister or student minister, somebody to come speak with the team, I believe. And it really had such a really profound impact on Semaj that he was walking around campus in the hallways just reciting Psalm 23 over and over again. And that gave me a great sense of peace.
So it's still a shock to me to this day, because I don't know. I just feel like one day I'm gonna get a call saying, "Hey, Uncle, can you take me to football practice, or can you pick me up from football practice, or take me to basketball practice?" I also got his pen in my car that's in my cup holder. The day I got the pen, I told him, looked at the pen and said, "You will ride with me forever."
Not all the time, but most times you become a parental figure, and those kids become your kids. It hurts like you lose one of your own kids. It'd be that smile. The eyes he would give me, no matter what, he always believed that he could get out of anything with that smile.
he taught me to love more. He was my first love. And he just taught me to smile more. And that his mom was his superhero.
Would you say he's your superhero?
Most definitely. He was my Superman. He was gonna be worldwide one day. And baby boy, you are today.
But I'm not that far away. If you let me, I can stay through the darkness, through the storm. You've been walking on your own, don't know how to make it home. In my life, you are my soul. You've been walking on your own, don't know how to make it home. In my life, you are my soul. Even though you're not alone, I can feel your heart of stone. Oh, the silence you behold. But I'm not that far away. If you let me, I can stay through the darkness, through the storm.
Hi, I'm Bayla Walker, creator of this film. Like many others, when I heard of Semaj's passing, I knew that there was work to do. I knew I had to do my part to share his story and many others like him. So today, I'm encouraging you to do the same. Share a story. Encourage athletes to learn about their family medical history and know the risks that comes with playing the sport they love. And lastly, I want to thank you. Thank you for watching this film, and thank you for helping us inspire change around the world.